Hello, my nerdlings. If you're new here, my name is Nikki. Welcome to my channel where we get nerdy. Today it is Thursday. April something. I don't know which April day. April 3rd. We had a snow day today. And typically on snow days, I do remote teaching. However, our admin's like, nope, let's just do a traditional snow day, no remote. And then tomorrow is no school. And then we have the weekend. So I have a unplanned 4-day weekend and I'm ecstatic. So I figured, why not do a reading vlog? You know, I hardly do them. And 4-day weekend where today, yes, all 3 of the kids are home because weather. But tomorrow they have school. Leon's still going to go to daycare because I pay for it. So he might as well go. And I'm going to use that time to clean house, listen to some books, read some books physically, just have a day to myself. And I figure, why not bring you guys along? Before I figure out what book we're going to read, for the first book we're going to pick up for this vlog, I did want to show you some book mail that I got from a publisher and a book I picked up at Target because I have no shelf control. So from a publisher, I've got an entire trilogy. So I have Crushing on My Bully, or maybe it's Keely Crushing on My Bully, and then Dating My Enemy, and A Future with My Bully. So on the back, it says, moving to a new school was supposed to be Keely's second chance at a fresh start. Instead, she finds herself the target of James, a boy who embodies every fear and insecurity she's ever had. As fate binds them together, lines blur between antagonism and attraction. But can a love story truly emerge from the ashes of their animosity? Can two wounded souls heal each other? So this is set in a high school. This one's high school, this one's high school, and this one's college. So we have a young adult romance. We'll see. She's plus size, and he looks like he's a bigger guy too. So I'll take it. We're always here for, plus size rep. Body positivity. And then I also picked up Beneath the Stands by Emily McIntyre. This is book 2 in, Sugar Lake. Elliot Carson left Sugar Lake and never looked back. Revered as the next big thing in basketball, Eli's a star until an injury ends his career, sending him spiraling with no direction. He can't go home. He won't go home. He can't. Instead, he accepts a coaching gig at Florida's Coast University, determined to leave his past behind. But fate has other plans when Becca, his sister's best friend, shows up as a student and, even worse, becomes the new team manager. Hold on a second. Leon wants me to open a snack for him. There we go. Here. Now he doesn't want it. Story of my life. Rebecca Sanger is the preacher's daughter and the town's disappointment. When she ignores her family's demands to come home, she's cut off and needs a job to stay enrolled at FCU. She thought she had everything figured out until Eli Carson, the person she hates more than anything in the world, ends up being her new boss. Forced apart, Becca and Eli's hatred turns to heat, but disaster quickly strikes, ripping them apart. Years pass. Becca's back home under her parents' thumb, living a mundane life when Eli shows up out of the blue with a fiancé in tow. Becca's tasked with planning their wedding. There's only one problem. Becca still loves Eli, but he hates her. For the second time in their life, Becca and Eli are forced together, and they'll find out just how thin the line between hate and love lasts a lifetime. So that's interesting. She promises me an HEA but there is strong language, explicit sexual scenes, immature situations that may be triggering for some. So those are our new purchases. Not that we needed new purchases. All right, what book do we want to start this reading vlog with? I'm going to go get some options. Yeah, I'll grab some options. Okay, so I have 6 books off this month's TBR. Right here. We'll say this is 1, this is 6. This is a D6. We're going to roll it, and the number will tell us which book we pick. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Broken Harbor. Starting with Catherine Cowles for this TBR. Well, this reading one, Cope Colson. Oh, this is the single mom romance. Okay. I will start this and check in with you guys, and I don't know. So I am 70 pages in, not very far. And I'm loving it because Catherine Cowles, every time you think it's just going to be a fun, lighthearted romance. Yes, you want a gug gug? I will get you something to drink in just a moment, okay? Yeah. Okay. Just 1 minute. And that's not what you get. Like there's like a whole ass Criminal Minds episode. Or depending on how old you are, it feels like Young and the Restless sometimes. So yeah, I'm enjoying it for sure. I'm loving Cope because in the other books where, Cope is portrayed as this very fun, easygoing, carefree guy, and now he's getting more dimension, and I'm loving it. So, I'm page 70. I'm going to get Leon something to drink, apparently, and then check on the boys with their remote learning because their school did go remote today, and read some more. At some point, I'll film some B-roll to put in between these clips. I don't know when, but yeah. I'll check back in with you guys in a bit. Okay. Gotta update you guys again. I still haven't gotten any B-roll for this vlog, but oh well. I'm on page 196. Pretty big jump from the page 20 when I updated you last. Loving this book more and more. I have never read a hockey romance where the hockey player falls for a single mom. Like, of all the hockey romances I have read, never had this happen. And I'm loving it. Have the I don't know how to say it without spoilers, but the child just adds to the story this time. It doesn't feel like because like other times it's like they add in the child sometimes to bring these parents to, like, these two adults together and build the relationship around the child, where this one, like, yes, he technically brought them together because he ends up being the hockey coach to the son, but it's not like there's still this what's the word I want, autonomy for mom, and there's still this autonomy for the male lead character, for Cope. And like, but you're also getting these bits of Sutton that, yes, she's mom, and yes, she's a bakery owner, and yes, she has trauma and stuff, but you really get a sense of who she is. Like, she feels like a real person. And I think that's one of the reasons I love Catherine Cowles' book so well, is she introduces you to these characters that you cannot help but want them to be real people because you want to befriend them. And that's just how I feel about Sutton and Cope, right? So I know the next I don't know how many pages, probably the next 150 pages, 170 pages, around that mark, is going to be a whirlwind of emotions, because that's what Catherine Cowles does. She builds me up with this false sense of security, and then shit goes down in the second half of the book. I've been doing immersive reading, so listening while I follow along, and it says I have like just over 2 hours left, so it's not going to be long. I'll finish it today, most likely. But I did take a break to make some lunch and clean the living room, because I have people coming to work on the house tomorrow to put in some heat pumps. And figured they don't want to be tripping over Leon's toys in the living room as they're trying to work. So there's that. And I've folded like 3 hampers of laundry too. I hate folding laundry. I always let it stack up like and get multiple hampers and then just do it all at once. But anyways, so yeah, that's my update for now. I'll update you all in a little bit. Once we read Broken Harbor, we'll add a different book from the TBR, so we constantly have 6, and we'll roll the D6 again. So I'll keep you updated. All right, my nerdlings. I know I haven't filmed any B-roll yet, but I have finished Broken Harbor. Oh my goodness. Catherine Cowles never lets me down. She always gives me a beautiful story, and I absolutely loved this. And with Catherine, I don't have to worry about a third act breakup. I don't have to. There's other drama that happens, but I never have to worry about a third act breakup. So that makes me happy. So I actually texted Cliffy while he was at work saying, "This author kills me. My eyes are sweating," because I was crying at one point. But so we're done one book so already, and it is only 4:17. So made good time reading that. We have our stack of 6. I added Dungeon Crawler Carl because I'm like, I just read a hockey romance. It wasn't technically a hockey romance, but it had hockey in it. We have a hockey here. We have a small town. This was small town. We have a mystery. We have a, I don't know what the fuck to classify, Cat's Cradle. We have a fantasy, sci-fi. Why not? Get a little bit of variety. So again, top is 1, bottom is 6. I have a D6 here. If you hear kids, it's because Quincy's trying to teach Leon how to play hide and seek. So. No, you count. No, you count. So, let's see what book we're going to be reading next for this. And we have 2. So, The Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Lori Gilmore is the next book we're going to be reading in this vlog. I'm not going to start this right off because I do need to run to Lowe's and get some stuff for around the house. So yeah, this will be our next book. I'll probably start the audiobook in my drive to Lowe's and whatnot, and I'll update you guys at some point. Hello, my nerdlings. It is like 4:42 on Friday. You know how I told you in previous clips, at least I think I told you in previous clips, that I had a meeting for an hour this morning, and then I was going to have the whole day to myself? I lied. At least the universe lied to me, because that's the pretense I had. And then Nikolai woke up sick. I got Leon off to daycare, got Quincy off to school. But my husband apparently decided to have people come install heat pumps today. literally, my meeting started at 8. They were at my door at 8:09. So that was helpful. Then my dad wanted a ride to Sam's Club. And then I was informed that my car had an inspection appointment at the garage at 1. Get to the inspection appointment. Yep, can't get it inspected because it's not registered. So I go to City Hall, get it registered. And while I'm there, I'm like, hey, can I have a copy of my marriage certificate because I lost it? Nope, we don't do that here. You got to go to Vital Records. So I go to Vital Records. Then I pick Quincy up from school because then I get a text reminder saying, hey, kids have an appointment with the doctor at 3. Motherfucker. So my day of rest and relaxation and calming didn't fucking happen. I did start the Strawberry Patch Pancake House last night and read a little bit of it today. I am currently on page 176 out of there's so much crap in the back of this book. 361. So I'm more than halfway through, right? No, just under halfway through. 176 plus 176. 6 and 6 is 2. Carry the 1. 7 and 7 is 14. Plus 1's 15. Carried 1. So it's 352. So I'm just under halfway. I'm really enjoying it. So the whole basis of this is Iris, who we have met in the other Dream Harbor books, is looking for a job because she just never stays at a place very long. She has a lot of seasonal positions. And Archer got a call saying, hey, your kid needs you. He's been in Paris working on becoming a Michelin star chef. He's like, what kid? No fucking clue that he had like, I think 4 or 5-year-old daughter. But a woman that he was a casual hookup friend with before he left got pregnant. She never told him. So he comes back to Massachusetts to meet his daughter, get custody of her, and all of that. And he gets a live-in nanny, Iris. And then it's a romance between Iris and him. That's the basis of this story. I'm loving this book. I have loved every freaking book in the Dream Harbor series so much. Granted, the third one kind of perturbed me a little bit with how much she's like, I hate Christmas. I'm such a Grinch. And it's like, well, the Grinch didn't hate Christmas. He hated people. There's a difference. But I did pre-order the last book today at Barnes & Noble. After I took my dad to Sam's Club, he wanted to stop at Barnes & Noble. So we stopped at Barnes & Noble and I pre-ordered 4 books and he bought a book. So that's where we're standing with this guy. I know I need to pick the next book that we're going to read in this vlog for the weekend, but I don't honestly know which book to add to this stack of possibilities to roll the dice with. I'm just I'm so on the fence. Do I want a cozy fantasy? Do I want an epic fantasy? Do I want hockey? Do I want a fantasy romance or a romantasy? What is the difference? Okay, to you. Let me know in the comments below. How do you describe the difference between romantasy and fantasy romance? Like, is there a difference in your brain? Or are they the same? Because in my brain, they're the same. But apparently other people, it's like one of them is a fantasy romance is there's more fantasy with a romance subplot. Where if like you take out the romance, like you still have a story. Where a romantasy is a romance set in a fantastical world or with fantastical beings, and you take the romance out, you have no story. Which one? I mean, it makes sense to have the two delineations, but I just say they're the same. It is a book that has fantastical and romance elements. But whatever. So, I don't know. This is my little update for this clip. I also messed up my shoulder today. Like, this shoulder will not go above this. Like, I can't lift it. It's fantastic. So, fun stuff. I don't know what I did. It just started, well, I know what I did. I cleaned Quincy's room, and while I was lugging out the two 30-gallon bags of trash, that's not literally trash. A lot of it was broken toys. Um, my shoulder said, fuck you. So, but yeah. Quincy has a bit of a hoarder issue. It's decided. He wants to keep broken toys so that he can fix them. But then they never get fixed. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the next book. Like, that we're gonna put on here to choose from. Maybe we'll see how I'm feeling after Strawberry Patch Pancake House. See if I'm ready for a fantasy or if I want some more contemporary. But there's an update. Hopefully tomorrow we get some reading done. Hello, my nerdlings. It is now Saturday, April 5th. I have 90 some pages left of this, and I'm struggling because it feels like we're just spinning in circles. Like the story isn't actually progressing, and that's really annoying for me. So not a fan right now. Like, just frickin' it's a slow burn, but it's an annoying slow burn. Because we're just spinning in circles. And I'm just done. I'm annoyed. I don't want to be here anymore. So then I've rolled my dice and picked up Body Check. And I am on page 130. Well, 129. Yeah, 129. And yeah. Girl's dad is, what is he? He owns a hockey team, or he's a scout for a hockey team, something like that. Wants nothing to do with hockey players, then has a hookup with a hockey player, not realizing he's a hockey player. And then guy falls first. She is an fine arts professor on the West Coast, and like goes on a break from her boyfriend before coming to the East Coast, and now she slept with this hockey player, and now there's the like ex-boyfriend / ex-boyfriend, whatever you want to consider him, keeps calling her and she's dodging his calls. A hockey player dude has a bunch of shit going on in his life, and it's just a mess. It's a hot mess express, and I'm not in the mood for contemporary right now. I just can't with contemporary. So I need to pick up something else before I slump, is my guess. So I'm looking at sci-fi, fantasy. We have a mystery thriller. We have some cozy fantasy. I don't exactly know where we're going to go and what book we're going to choose. In a little bit, I'm going to go a few towns over and purchase a library card for their library because they have Libby. My town does not have Libby. So it's like $45 for the whole year to have access to their system, which is a lot cheaper than an Audible, because Audible's like, what, 15 credits per month? And $15 per month, and I always buy extra credits, so I'm spending like $70 on Audible a month. So I need something else to access audiobooks for sure. So there's that. That's what we're gonna do today. I might convince my kid and my husband to play a game of Clue with me, because for Christmas I got a new version of Clue, and we haven't even opened it yet. It's still in the plastic. So we'll see. I'm thinking something where I don't have to truly think to follow the story. So no Lord of the Rings, no Codex Alera, maybe Kith and Kin or Zodiac Academy. I don't know. I'll let you know when I decide. So there's our little update. Happy Saturday. Hello, my nerdlings. It is now Sunday. The 6th? It's 9:45 a.m. I have been up since just after 6 o'clock because Leon decided it'd be a great time to wake up. So a little update on the reading. Still haven't finished these two. Haven't even picked them up since I updated you last time. You know why? I realized not in the mood for contemporary. But you know what I did pick up, and I've already finished? Zodiac Academy, Book 1, The Awakening. Yep. So I'm in a book club with my husband's cousins and my sister-in-law. And Mariah messaged the group chat yesterday and said, what's the book for April? Because we hadn't picked one yet. And what happens is I have a spinning wheel on my phone, and we spin it until there's just one book left, and that's the book we read. Zodiac Academy was last month's book, and I had never picked it up, and I totally spaced on it. So I picked it up yesterday, and I read it to completion. This coming month is Graceling. Don't own it. I've owned it twice, actually. One time I gave away my copy to my cousin, Natalie, because I got books 2 and 3, and it didn't match my original cover because I had the original printing. Like I had a first printing of Graceling, and the covers changed. And then I'm like, I have had this book for a long fucking time and haven't read it, and so I don't think I'm ever going to read it. So I brought it to Bull Moose and got rid of it. And now I need a copy. I'm hoping the library has one. So there's that. I have still The Spell Shop, The Phoenix Keeper, The Fake Out, Connor, Furies of Calderon, The Fellowship of the Ring, Dungeon Crawler Carl, Vox Machina Kith and Kin, Cat's Cradle, and The Hound of Baskervilles to read for this month's TBR. And finish those other 2 that I've already started, but none of them are calling to me. I literally have an hour left on one's audiobook and maybe an hour and 20 minutes left on the other. There might even be less than an hour on one of them. And I don't want to read any of them. I don't want to read any of them whatsoever. Right now, I'm just counting down the moments until the Washington Capitals hockey game to see if Ovechkin beats Gretzky's record. He's got 1 goal. Right now, he's tied. He's tied with Gretzky. We need 1 more goal to beat Gretzky's record. And I'm hoping the Great 8 gets it. So, and it's D&D day for my son, technically. His friends come over and play D&D. I don't know. Really don't know what I want to read or anything. I probably should wrap this vlog up, but we'll see. Anyways, maybe I'll go to Barnes & Noble and get book 2 of Zodiac Academy. I don't know. I'm really indecisive this week. Anyways. Yep, that's probably what we're going to do. Okay. So, it is now 4:32, Sunday afternoon / evening, whatever you want to consider it. I have officially finished these 2. They went as I was I got the end result that I was expecting. It just went in a manner that I didn't expect, if that makes sense. So it's like kind of what I was anticipating out of them too. And I've gone rogue from the TBR. I decided to pick up this bad boy. But yeah. So that's like what I've been doing today. And Ovechkin broke the record. 895 goals. If you're not a hockey fan, I'm sure you don't care. But I was super excited because I honestly thought there's no way anyone is going to beat the Great One. And then the Great Eight comes along and beats him. And so, anyways, if Gordie Howe was alive, he would be super duper proud. Anyways, I am making pumpkin chocolate chip cookies because it's the only kind of cookies I make. I am going to keep listening to Ruthless Faye because it's kind of what my brain is wanting right now. It wants fantasy romance. Like, is Zodiac Academy good? Meh. Like, the storyline, mediocre. The writing, mid at best. But the magic system, I am super intrigued by. So that's what's keeping me reading. So in this vlog, we have read 4 books. And I am super proud of it. 4 books in 4 days. Holy shit. Anyways, like the video if you did. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more. And comment down below if you'd like me to do more vlogs. And I can do that. Anyways, until next time, you are loved and you are valued.